Four. Welcome, friends. Today, we are streaming in the wrong direction. Sorry about that. Shall I come back? Shall I start again? What do you think? Can you deal with it in this angle? I mean, there's not much to watch. You know? I'm just aware that some people may prefer in portrait. You know? What do you think? Oh! Excuse me. Let me know what you think. How are we? Are we busy? Have we had good days? Are you having a good day? Am I having a good day? Fuck, sat and watched the fucking Queen's funeral all day. My God, am I glad that shit's over. Christ on a bike. Yes, it's the head of state. Yes, it's the Queen. Yes, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but 11 days. And it's all that's been on the TV as well. Literally, I could show you the TV guide for today. Every channel apart from like one had the Queen's funeral on. Even the sports channels had the Queen's funeral on. Goodness me. I'm glad I've seen it now, but I'm so glad it's over. Unbelievable scenes. Anyway, let's say hello. Hello, bye. Hello, Phil. Hello, Micah. Hello, Endless Knot. Quackadoodle-doo. Hello, Pradeep. Hello, Barry Aprion. Welcome, friends. Probably hydrating. D'Artagnan. That's me. Quack. No cheeseburgers. Seems everyone's duck call is broken. Actually, we've got a bit of a problem with the kettle. Every time we turn it on, it knocks the electric off. So my mother's tried to make a cup of tea and the kettle's like keeps knocking the electric off. So I had to wait for the electric had to go and trip the switch back on. So that's why I took a little bit longer than we thought, because my mom doesn't like doing it. And I was like, no, you trip the switch, you go outside where it's cold. You won't let us put the heating on. It's your problem, not mine. Seems everyone's... Hey, Rich. Hello, Berkey Echo. How are you? It's a podcast with chat. That's me. Good evening. Antonio. Good evening. Justin. Hello, Shiva Vareen. Hello, Michael John. Hello, my MJ. Hello, Adam D. Hello, Natalia. Hello, Omar. Hello, Micah again. Working and buying perfume. You've got to work to buy that perfume. Holiday in Canada for the Queen's death. Is that right, though? I didn't know that. It was a holiday here as well. Eugene didn't know it was a holiday because he's been at work. Oh, no. Michael John says it's fine. Change of scenery is good. Yeah, it shouldn't really make much difference, should it? It shouldn't make much difference because, I mean, it's not as if, like, the camera's ever on or anything like that. Oof. What's up, Jay-Z? How are you, Hove? Hove is wearing Memo African leather. Yes, everyone, tell us what your scent of the day is, please. Shiva is wearing my 9 sprays as my scent of the day. I put it minutes before Eugene's fragrances arrived. The absolute torture nightmare. Bob says the kettle is drawing too much power. No, it's It's got a funky connection or something. Something's wrong with the kettle and it keeps tripping the switch. My bottle of La Douleur Exquise is being delivered today, says Michael John. Nice. 9 sprays of my, says Antonio. Tuberose Monster. Rah. MJ says, scent of the day, vetiver extraordinaire. Nice. Bob says, nice, Michael. I will check my arrival date now. Natalia says that scent of the day is vintage opium with 80 degrees of heat. Phil Stevens says, scent of the day, death of a president and trash. Good Lord. Phil Stevens is layering, by the sounds of it. Paroli is wearing Lone Star Memories, which is fantastic. Pradeep is wearing Leather Oud. Smells like a $1 cinema theater. Whoa. Shiva says, yes, 9 sprays. I love it, and it's my trolling scent. They see me trolling. They hating. My La Douleur Exquises are also arriving today, says Bob. Just a reminder to those in the UK that Eugene's fragrance is now available on his website to be delivered to the UK, which is nice. Scent of the day, Paris, Edinburgh, says Micah. Also nice. Natalia says not 80 degrees of heat, but 80 degrees rather than 80%. You have that one on your desk? Yes. Yes, I know the one you mean now. Scent of the day, Slumber House Mond and Watch Seiko Alpinist. My watch is still away being fixed by Tag. I hope they don't turn around and say it's going to be worth a fucking fortune, because if it is, I'm going to be fucking livid. I did not pay for that watch to break. Not after 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, it's a Tag. I should be getting 40 and 50 years out of that. Christ. All it's doing is taking hour. Literally. Well, scent of the day will depend on what's in the mailbox, says Antonio. Nice. Oof, I've got an itchy foot. James says, like, my La Douleur Exquise is arriving today as well. Jesus. Everybody's getting the perfume today. Benji says, scent of the day, Dawn. Seemed an appropriate scent in the UK today for some reason. Today I wore Ambra Sultan because it's one of my favourite scents. I haven't worn it for a long time. I didn't wear it last year. But I intend to wear it more this year. Absolutely stunning as well. Pat Lester says, hello, Rich. What's the scent of the day? Currently wearing Egoist. Oh. First time wearing public, and it's nice. Well, something to break off my usual weekly rotation. My scent of the day is Ambra Sultan. You are currently wearing Egoist. First time wearing public. Is it a new edition? How long have you had it? Have you had it for a while? How do you like it? It's nice. Spy and Mash, welcome. Scent of the night, Aqua de Palma, Oud. Aqua de Palma Oud. Is that in the black bottle or the brown bottle? I used to really like them when they were in the brown ones. I've got a bottle and a backup of Colonia Mirror, which is amazing. It's absolutely lovely. It's like the Myrrh version. I also liked the leather, although it didn't get very good. Like, it didn't get love in the community at all, the leather one. People thought it was horrible. I thought it was dead nice. Bob says, Ambra Sultan, incense in there. Oof. if there's the slightest bit, you know, the slightest bit. James Crowder says, scent of the day for me is Guerlain L'Homme au Boisé with wooden cap. It's very good. The L'Homme Boisé, is that the... That's not the mojito one, is it? That's just L'Homme. I forget which one the L'Homme Boisé is. I remember AC doing a video about it. Natalia, Bob, I don't find it sexy personally. I find it rather bewitching. What I mean is I feel like one of the three witches from Shakespeare. Woo! Scent of the day Zeno for Bariatrion. Nice. I'm looking forward to wearing some Beau de Jour this year. I also just filled up my Vert d'Anson spray. So I'm looking forward to wearing that too. Spy and Mash says, originally in the brown, sent you a sample. Nice. I'll have to dig it out. You've got no idea how many samples I've got lying around. Oh my God. There's so many samples, and there's more to come. People are always saying to us, oh, I'll send you some samples, and I'm always saying, yeah, no problem. Like, they'll find me under a fucking mountain of fucking samples one day. I'll just be like mumbling something about fucking Pharrell Williams' Girl or something like that. Grass, vetiver, and lime. Yes, I distinctly remember lime. Oops. I'm thinking of getting Ombre Nomad for the winter. The Uncut Gen released today for €350, says Pradeep. Ooh. That is pain. Micah says, that's the one, Rich. I have it. What do you have? Bob says, bewitching. Casts a spell for sure. Commanding. Jewel of Roses here. Oh, no. Just bought Vert d'Anson. Right. I get you, Micah. It is. It's very good. Let me know if you think it's oily when you spray it on your skin. Bariatrion says, Duck, wondering if you tried any of the following. Amber Nargile, I've got it. Oajan, don't like it. Angel Share, don't like it. Just get Amber Nargile. It's the original. Don't like Oajan. Don't like Parfums de Marly. Now you can't get them at discounters discounted anymore. There's no point in buying them. You know, you're just paying extra for clones. You know, just buy the originals. Just get Amber Nargile. It's better. Oof. Oh snap! Delivered, says Michael. Wow, a real life live in real time delivery of Delaire Exquise. Do a first impressions, Michael, in the chat. If I had StreamYard, I'd invite you on. How much for the uncircumcised member, says Natalia. Don't pay for strange. Samples are good. Samples are a good problem to have. Designated day of the week and do some homework. Yeah, I did some sampling today, just on stick though. I don't know if you've seen the video from earlier on, but I'm a big fan of Le Fin du Monde. The end of the world. Micah says, and a backup of Tom Ford Man Extreme. Nice. Antonio says, okay, scent of the day will be Les Abstraits, Eugene, with a handwritten note thanking me. He's INY. I don't know what that means. In New York. Hydrate, duck, you must. I must, you're right. Yes, that's true. I'm thirsty. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Many men. Excellent service and news. I received my order within a week. Spy and mash. Mate, honestly, right? I swear this happened last week. The order was picked up on Wednesday morning, right? Wednesday afternoon, our time, and I got it on Friday morning. I swear that's true. Insane. Spy showing respect to his former chief at MI6. Of course, Bobby, Her Majesty received an excellent send-off today. Yes, she did. It was an excellent funeral and everything like that, and it all went to plan, and it was beautiful. But again, I must admit, after 11 days, I'm ready for it to be over. Like, goodness me. Micah says, no, I meant the girl on, and will do. All right. And new says, Spy and Mash. Wow, glad to hear it. You got it so fast. Thank you. Wow, says Michael John. So yes, today I tried some of the Eta Libre d'Orange samples again. And I was very impressed with one in particular. And the one in particular was La Fin du Monde, the end of the world. The end of the world is popcorn and gunpowder, and somebody very insightfully in the chat said it was like being in the theater where Abraham Lincoln was shot. I thought that was a very, very fucking clever thing to say. I thought I liked that. I will be trying it again. Popcorn, gunpowder. I don't know why. It just works. It just does. It's outrageous. I've got an itchy back. Oh, it's cold. It's not just cold, it's freezing. Ooh. Many men. Wish death upon ducks. So I think this is a Quentin Biche, and it's sort of got this metallic kind of vibe that he likes. It's much more metallic on skin than it is on paper, because I've just sprayed it on my skin and it's much more metallic. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just counting up my tablets, like, and I'm tripping balls. I'll tell you what La Fin du Monde is like on skin in a minute. Oh, I just got a massive whiff of it when I took a drink there. Wow. Wow, that was potent. Oh, pardon me. Okay, let's have a look. Wow. Did you see the Australian TV hosts? They didn't recognise the UK Prime Minister. Nobody recognises the UK's Prime Minister because she's a fucking nobody. 007 on the W, you spraying yourself with now, says Bob. Pradeep says fat electrician. No, not personally. Less of the electrician, though. I'm certainly not an electrician. Jura says, told you Le Fin du Monde was good. You said nothing of the sort. Steph's 2130G or 2130G. Welcome. Jura likes his caramel popcorn perfume. Who does? Michael John says, first, the packaging is legit with a thank you card, Eugene Love. Yes, the packaging. I noticed the packaging as well. Might I also got a card? Abraham Lincoln was eating popcorn, says Jura. No, but he was in the cinema. And what else do you do in the cinema apart from eat popcorn? Michael John says, I love it. This is me. Phil Stevens says, yes, Rich, I've copyrighted Death of a President just this afternoon. Oh. So does that mean no president can die without your permission? Jura says, Rich is taking LSD and sniffing La Fin du Monde. This should be a ride. It might as a ride. Fat electrician is nice. I know a few fat electricians and they're all sound. Spy and Mash says, Anuj will order again soon. Believe. I wonder what he's going to get. Steph says, any thoughts on D&G Pour-Homme, Euro Italia version, etc. reforms? I plan on getting a few bottles. I already have 2. I've got about 4 or 5 of the Euro d'Italia D&G Pour-Hommes, and I love it. It's fantastic. Jura says, I prefer a hot dog in the cinema. I've heard that about you. Natalia says, Jura, my friend has a condition called cluster head pains, and he takes LSD for that, half a square once a year. Of course, outside of the official medical treatment in Poland. Tell you what's really good for that, apparently, very, 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 very small doses of ketamine. Apparently, it's absolutely sensational for bringing people out of catatonic depression. Really good for PTSD as well, but it's like micro doses. Like big doses don't work. Snap, the Delirics geese being delivered in real time, says Bob. Outrageous. Bob doing unboxing. Host Beef says, does Fat Electrician smell similar to Vetiver Tonka? Kind of. I'll tell you what it smells more like to me. It smells more like to me like Body Koros with a little bit of vetiver. Fat Electrician has a perfume from Eldos, says Project. That's right. Hello, Rich. Hello, Interference. Natalia, wow. Some similarities, says Project. So have I. Those Irish boys, says Spy and Mash. Interference got my LDE about an hour ago, says Interference. Wow, much better than I was expecting. That's right, Spy and Mash. It's those Irish boys. They're no good with the hot dogs. Going around throwing hot dogs everywhere in the cinema. Make sure you didn't catch one in the eye. Natalia says, Rich, ketamine is popular in Berlin. Didn't know it should be in a small dose. Yeah, don't take a lot of ketamine either because it will fuck with your bladder. Ketamine's a dodgy little drug. Brilliant if used properly, like if you know how to dose it and stuff like that, but I'm not a doctor. So I do not recommend just going around taking ketamine because it can really fuck your, like your waterworks up apparently. Yeah, if it can knock out a horse, I'm not a horse, you know? So only take little bits. Jasmine and cigarette is nice too, says Pradeep. I don't like jasmine and I don't like cigarettes, so I would have thought I'd hate it. British subjects, you can keep your mini picnic sausages. Yeah, chipolatas, they're kind of weird. I don't trust them. Little sausages. Little sausage bastards that they are. Oof. Many men wish breath upon me. Oh, God. Horse tranquilizer, that's right. Is it legal to be doing a live stream on the same day as the Queen's funeral? Well, she knows where to find us if she's got a problem with it. Natalia, jury, yep. It would be great if they remove the psychedelic quantities and just give people the treatment. What does money penny wear? Opium, says Bob. Products just CBD is everywhere in France. It's everywhere, mate. Interference, I 100% agree. Much better than what's being sold from the popular houses, says Michael John. Jura says, talking about sausages, Charles has started waving. Oh, God. Steph says, D&G Pour Rum Euro Italia, what the year together? Are they pretty much the same? 4-digit batch code, 6-digit. What you want is one that's made by Euro d'Italia. Like, not made in Italy. Made by Euro d'Italia. There are some that were made in Italy that weren't as good. I only found this out recently. Spy Mash says Richmond sausages are rank. Yeah, they're foul. You should only buy meat. I truly believe you should only buy your meat from a trusted butcher who can basically source the fucking meat back to the cow. Like the actual cow. You know? Like, I'm fortunate I live in Northumberland where you've got like I could literally find out what the name of the cow if I wanted to, if I was going to buy like a beef sausage. You know? Or if I was going to buy some mince or something like that. Beef mince. Spy and Mash, I agree, says fucking Jura. Pradeep, Central Business District. I tell you, Bob, really, I've heard Vespa, Ammo Wash, Fate Woman, my favourite. Ava Green, massive boobs. Money Pennyways, Bond number 9. Oh, God. Never tried him, says Spy and Mash. Eugene, welcome. Quack. Everybody's receiving your fragrance all at the same time right now. We're getting orders delivered in real time. Miss Natalia, I'm envisioning the money penny gazing at the eyes of Sean Connery. Opium seems right. No, Opium didn't come out till 78. He'd already packed in, being Bond for quite a while at that point. Big Eugene, folks are getting your fragrance right now. I like a good mint, says Jura. Yes, we know. Local mints and meat. Quality. Interference says, as a non-nose fan, I get quite a bit of rose up top. But somehow it's not as jammy as I was kind of expecting. The rose and castoreum definitely complement each other. I only have it on the back of my hand so far, says Interference, but I'm getting that addictive wafts in the air. Hello, Josie. How are you? Josiah Sanchez, I do believe. It's always right now, says Eugene. No innuendos, but can they be a bit salty if I'm honest? But they can be a bit salty if I'm honest, says Spy and Mash. Many men, says Bry. That's right. Frank says, mine is stuck at the local post office. I think it's coming tomorrow. I thought it was coming today. Oh, no. Interference says, congratulations, Eugene. This is truly a great release and can't wait to give it a full wear. This is very addictive, says Shiva. 0 rules. I'm not reading that joke. That is appalling. Antonio says, Eugene, my wife smelled me and said, spray me. Fantastic. So, I hate to make you all... Wow. I hate to make you all very jealous, but on Friday, I received Eugene's 2 other fragrances. So now I have all 3, the full collection. Aha. Do you like them apples? I do. So now I've got all 3 fragrances. I can't talk about the other 2. I can't talk about any of them, to be fair. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. Oh, lucky duck. Steph says, is there any red flags to look for in the Euro d'Italia boxes mixes? They've been faked to death. Not that I know of, mate. I got all mine from trusted sources. So I can't really help you there. Sorry. I would just look for the usual things, you know. So I didn't spray on anything, anticipating it today, says Frank. Oh no, quickly apply scent of the day before you go without. Somebody said that they hadn't worn any fragrance to me the other day, and I was raging. Oh, look at you. That's right, I am outrageous. I'm being outrageous. Eugene's not happy. Rich, stop showing off. We lost you at Balenciaga, poor Al. No, I am in possession of the other 2, and I'm very happy to be in possession of the other 2. I will be giving Eugene my thoughts. The problem is I can't wear them properly, because I always log what I wear, and I always do fragrance rotation every Sunday. So I can't be like, oh, I wore Eugene's fragrance number 3. You know what I mean? And then, like, just not say anything about it. Can't log it on Fragrant again. Eugene's not happy. Someone's just emailed me about Les Abstraits. Francisco Rosas, forgive us. The Ashes and the Beautiful Soul, says Stephen Thino. Jeez, says Bry. Outrageous, says Michael John. Be a man, talk about them. There are no rules, says Bob. Iris, I hope, says Antonio. Bryce says, we'll text you on the scoop of those other 2 tonight. You can text us, but I won't tell you. Sorry, man. I get some labdanum. I get some labdanum. That's because I've said labdanum so many times today. It's like that thing, you know, where you repeat something over and over again and it loses all meaning. I got some labdanum in LDE. Not overpowering, but blended well. It's very well made. It's an Antoine Lee. Bob said, be a man. Be a man, talk about them. There are no rules. There are rules. You must, when you say something, people must know that they can believe it. It's a very powerful message. Very powerful thing, that, because if you do that, then you can predict the future. You know? This is how progress is made in human terms, in human civilization, being able to predict the future. and being able to rely on the past. So when I say that I won't speak about them, I will not speak about them. Frank says, Diohom O. Oh. Diohom what? No, Diohom O. Can I email you what I think, not what I think what number 2 is called? Will you confirm or deny? Nope. Rule number 1, we don't talk about, says Michael John. It's Violet for sure, says Bri. Lily Naughty. You can email us, but I won't say anything. Bobby O, the interrogator. Juro, wear it to bed, says Natalia. I need it to be called Bois Matin. You should definitely say that on April the 1st, shouldn't he? Do an April Fool's joke, like revealing like the name of one of his perfumes and it being called fucking Bois Matin. Natalia says that does not count into rotation. It would do if it was scent of the day. Spine Mash says water bath and electric shock oncoming. Steph says, thanks, Mitch. Blessings. No problem. I will always help if I can. Chew smelled them, though, says Bob. Frank says, really? Really? James says, just open my little excuse. I sprayed it and it sucks and it's awful and I hate it. Just kidding. It hasn't got here yet. She'll be here within the hour. Pretty excited. At least we know it's pain, healing, and rebirth, says Prody. My biggest fear with vintage is that they go bad. Any thoughts, says Steph's? Yes. It's always a possibility and a risk that you run, but you've got to make sure you trust the people you're buying from and you have recourse if something does go wrong. You need to be able to send that shit back if it is, or get your money back. Either way, if something's off, you didn't pay for it to be off, you know? Didn't pay for a broken perfume. Steven says, if you post it, it's public info, says Steven. Wearing some sycamore for work. How are you, Rich? Says Josie. I'm all right. I'm all right. How are you? Frank says, I like to be in the know. Spy and Mash says, too late watching the video now. Delete it, Eugene, says Lily. This dry down is beautiful, says Michael John. Hasn't dried down yet, Michael. Carco C, Eugene, says Floral. Good evening, Fragrance View. How's Peter? The second fragrance is called Le Canard, to reveal the Leon. Raw. Quack, you shite. That's right. Shiva says this is a world-class fragrance. Frank says moving through network departed USPS regional facility. Ooh. By the way, I'm getting a bit of geranium. Anybody else's interference? Well, rose and geranium is quite close, so. Lily, Bob says, Rich, have there been any LDE unboxing videos today? Well, I doubt it. I got mine pretty early on. I think I got mine before everyone else, I want to say. And I was to send out samples. And that's what I did. I decanted it and sent out loads of samples. I couldn't unbox it because there wasn't a box at that point. It just came as a bottle. I don't even think Eugene had full stock then. Frank says, just received that text. It's coming towards you. It's departed your regional facility. Floral. I don't know what that says. By the way, I'm getting a bit of geranium. Anybody else have read that? Rival. Hey, Rich. Les Abstrays available in the UK. You know what that means. Aaron Terence Hughes can review it. Let's engage with our pain and existential yearning tingles. Lots of moving hands. Pradeep Sakar says it's 2050 and Rich is looking for a 7th 200ml bottle of Le Leon. Oh, I wouldn't have thought so. Josie says it's been a rough day. ER is packed. Just avoid vintage citrus, tends to turn, says Micah. Depends how it's been stored, but yeah, there's a general rule of thumb. Michael Harness, hello there, mate. Hello there, Michael. Ooh. I'm going to put Michael's socks on. Hold on. The finest socks available to humanity. In a good colour. Ooh. Come up here. So, I watched Wafts from the Lofts video yesterday about Eris Parfums, and they were testing all of them, and they really liked like a few of them, I think. I know Dan ended up getting a bottle of Marbate. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. And I sprayed some MX on one hand and some MXXX on the other. And MXXX was still very noticeable on my hand today. So I am intrigued by getting myself a bottle of MXXX, and I have been for a while. Natalia says, dear chatters and Rich, I say good night, good day to all of you. Got to get up early tomorrow. It was a pleasure as always. Cheers, Natalia. Good night. I wonder if Christoph's here. He'll be going to sleep soon. Rich, would you do a video on some of your favorite candles, says Michael John. Could do, yeah. I could do. I've got one of my favorite candles right next to us. I like a lot of diptyque candles. I've had most of them. Although my favorite one isn't a diptyque. I don't know that I could do, excuse me, woof. I don't know that I could do a top 10. I couldn't. I mean, I could. I've got enough. But I would probably just have to discuss general candle life, you know? But yes, I could do some of my favourite smelling candles. Are these your white Michael Jackson socks? Come on, moonwalk. Heh. No. I can barely walk I can barely walk like forwards. Never mind like backwards. Interference has got to jump into a meeting. We'll catch up later. Cheers, Interference. See you soon. Eugene says, James, let us know how it is. Gotta go out on yours, he says. Hey all, I bet number 2 is going to be a green incense. Number 3, an aldehydic leather. We should take bets. No, we shouldn't take bets. We should never take bets. Don't gamble. If you want to gamble, keep it small. Gambling is a fucking strange thing. I saw a story about an ex-football player called Paul Merson, who was a gambling addict when he was younger, and like a lot of people who have had addiction problems, when the lockdown came, he basically lapsed and became a gambler again. And he lost £160,000. And it was the deposit for his family's house. And I just read that and I was devastated for him. I was really, really upset for him. Because he'd been trying, he'd done really well. He fell off and spent 160 grand. Just like that. Gambling. And if you remember, in 1984, that is how they controlled the populace. Lots of addictive behaviors, but especially gambling. Oh, it was one of the ways that they got the populace in. It was an Orwell story, was it? Was it 94? Saw that review from Waft, says Michael. Had me intrigued. They are pretty good sense. Show the socks, says Pradeep. I can't show the socks. I can't. I'll show them one day. I'm not like afraid of it. It's the only problem with showing the socks is that now they're on my feet, which means I would have to get the camera and the feet into like a line, and it would just hurt. So there's teeth to fund his gambling habits. It's fine, man. Jesus. How are you doing, Eugene? Says Michael. You had to go out on your seat. Forgive us if I'm not saying. How do I spell your first name? Gergo. Yergo. Aranyosi. I think I've got that bit right. But he says here, is there somebody who wants to order Eugene's perfume from the UK? I'm about to order. We might save on shipping if ordered together. It's not a bad call. Everybody pitch in. You know, split the shipping. I like that idea. Birthday packages in the mail for you, Duck. Michael, you are too kind. I feel I'm going to have to do something for Michael Harness. Maybe I could send him one of the crown jewels or something. Not my crown jewels. You know, one of the queens. She doesn't need them anymore. Frank says, I'm getting into candles a bit. You can't go wrong with diptyque candles. They're pretty great. They're expensive, but they're great. Adrian Potier. I hope I've said your name right as well. Hi, Rich. Scent of the Day is 12 by Jean Couturier. The same house that made the famous Coriandre. Those were very popular in the 80s in Eastern Europe, where I was. Nostalgic value for me, but I like it. Nice. There's nothing wrong with nostalgia. I think that's a massive part of being into fragrances is nostalgia. You know? I think that's Tommy Mann for me. You know Tommy? By Tommy Hilfiger. I wear that. Reminds us of being at school a little bit. Reminds us of being younger anyway. So does Polo Sport by Ralph Lauren. The old versions of that, brilliant. Girls used to love it when I was at school. Why is the ER packed? Is it a full moon, says Frank? Don't send them my way. What you need is what are they called? Like a crucifix or something, or a silver bullet. Jura Rose says, I met Paul Merson. Lovely man, really down to earth. Massive wart on the side of his face. Or is it like I think it's a liver spot, isn't it? I went to battery candles. Don't need a fire hazard, says Michael. Michael says, there's me burning incense everywhere. Sold his teeth to fund his gambling habit. Christ. I used to work in an off license when I was 18, 19, and we had a woman that came in and just purchased £100 of scratch cards multiple times a week. They scratched them in store and made a mess. Christ. I'd just make a bonfire of incense if I could, says Jura. Flight and Gravity says, I have arrived, and so is my bottle of the Delaire Exquise. Just sprayed it around. Everybody's getting it today. Outrageous. Frank says, imagine a bonfire of sandalwood. I do have a big bag of 70s Mysore sandalwood chipping, says Frank. Just burn them all at once, mate, and knock yourself out. Frank, don't I just like to leave such temptations to my imaginations? Lol, Rudy. Where's Rudy? Is Rudy here? You are young duck, says Jura. Rich, sounds like you are dribbling on the microphone. Oh, shut up. How much of a stud were you, Rich? Quite. Massively, I was. Unbelievable. One moment, please. Steph says, Mitch, I'm back. While I was in a shop, they had the heritage and Rich, I'm back. I was in a shop. They had the heritage and Listerine bottles. They were selling for $35 a pop. Wooden dark brown cap. Yes, that's the one that JJ's got. Product, keep me away from those beds. Smelling this one from the gold cap, not much of a difference. No, girl on, do really, really good. Really, really good. What's it called? Reformulations. Ramsey says, Rich, Ramsey, how you doing? Sock of the day, stance tab, says Frank. Well, all I can say is the Newcastle duck population has rocketed in the last 20 years. Yes, that's right. Chelsea says, ER is packed because people who don't need to be here kept checking in. Feels like a full moon, says Josie. I'm sitting next to the mailbox as we speak, says Michael. Captain Blimp says, see the video of Jeremy's brother burning the ood with a flamethrower? No, leave that ood alone. Kanga says, fighting gravity, what do you think about it? I bought all 7 heritage and bought up their stock. Jesus, Stephs. Michael says, oh, to be young again, back when we were beautiful. I wouldn't like to be young again. Jesus, it was fucking hard enough. At the time, I can't imagine how hard it would be to be young now. Jesus. No prospects. Not knowing when the ground's going to shift beneath your feet. Not knowing what words mean. Not knowing what you can and can't say. Fuck. I was glad to be young in the 90s and the early 2000s. Oh, sorry. My spine's giving us loads of jip. Oof. Right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. It was a couple of minutes. Oh. dear, oh dear. I have noticed a little bit of spam creeping onto the channel recently. It just means you're getting to a certain ilk or size, I suppose, once you get over like 1,200 subscribers. That must be what it is, like. But we're not having that. Sorry. Now, if you'd said Jesus wore Sauvage, you'd have been all right, or at least you'd have had a leg to stand on. Oh, right. Where are we? Sorry about that, Dan Okra. Well, I'm not taking that shit. Yeah, fucking channel only started 2 weeks ago. I'd be coming here and fucking talking that bollocks. Anyhow, let's have a look. I only wear Tommy Bahama socks. I like them, says Bob. Well, that is an interesting idea, Eugene. Exploring youth or lost youth in a perfume? There's no such thing as lost youth. You had your youth, and now it's gone. It's like the rest of it. I prefer to wear socks that don't wear you, says Jura Rose. It's an interesting take. I miss my bottle of Sailsant Bart. I always end up selling them. People love it. Shite. You saucy devil, Bobby O, says Spy and Mash. Frank says, I got to smell Chanel Biarritz. Gotta say, it's close to Creed Pure White Cologne. Maybe missing pear and rice powder record, but close enough, and it's much cheaper. Yeah, I really like it. Like, it's one of those fragrances. I mean, 125 ml, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'd got through half the bottle by like this time next year. Spring and like summer especially, that'll be immense. Peter says, is there a way you can make the bubbles landscape instead of portrait? Are you watching the bubbles, Peter? Like, not the chat, the bubbles. Because, Peter, that's strange. But no, I was going to put it into the right, not orientation. Well, I suppose, yeah, you're right, orientation. I was going to make it landscape, but then I'd press the button. I'd pressed the button by that time, and it was, there was just no way. These socks are made from alpaca yarns grown here in my neighborhood, says Michael. That's right, and they're fantastic as well. Usually does. Might not have noticed this time around though. I can't do it once you've started the thing. If you haven't got it on the right way around, it's it won't let you do it like midway through a stream, which is a pain in the arse. Michael, they must be nice and warm. They're incredibly nice and warm, I can guarantee it. Flight and Gravity says, Kanga, I'm still taking it in and processing, but so far I'm ecstatic. Eugene is not disappointed. That Creed is probably my favorite O of all time. It's my holiday scent. Bring it everywhere. The Paris Edinburgh's fantastic as well, to be fair. That Creed, oh, sorry. I insist you at least wear a fig leaf to save your blushes, Bob, says Spy and Mash. Crap alert, says Michael. Spam alert, says, yes, everybody knows. We can't be dealing with that shit. The post office texted me again, teasing me at this point. I need out for delivery, lol, LDE. Excuse me, I need to go on to eBay because there is a perfume that I may be wanting to buy. Let's have a look at you. It hasn't got 1 hour and 3 minutes left. It's got fucking 14 minutes left. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, I'm talking shit. Right. Just getting that ready in case I'm still on stream when it happens. What was that, says Brody. Fosco, welcome. How are you? Just unboxed the Telluric skis. How many people have got this perfume today? Socks will be a hard sell in Hawaii, says Michael. Yes, that's right. Anuj, how's your holiday, says Lily. USPS. Hello there, the great Anuj, says Michael. Just watched the 1963 Mutiny on the Bounty for the first time. Marlon Brando, superb. Marlon Brando was a rapist. Marlon Brando in Last Tango in Paris stuck a fucking stick of butter inside that woman, and she was not expecting it. Not only was she not expecting it, she hadn't given her fucking permission for it. And he raped her. Him and the director conspired together to fucking get a natural, I put this in inverted fucking commas, air quotes, a natural reaction out of her. And he fucking penetrated her with a stick of butter, the fucking scandalous shithouse. He was fucking shot for that. People always wondered why she went off the rails after that fucking thing. She was never fucking too fucking on an even keel to begin with. Everyone getting some La Deliric ski, says Lily. I need to be responsible for a while. I don't mind spam. Bit gross inside the tin. I prefer corned beef though. Oh, Jura. Shut up. I saw that too, Bob, says Michael. Great move. Fosco also with his... Lily says, yes, Anuj coughing is getting less and less. Pretty much all cleared here. Marvellous. I hear bamboo socks are the bee's knees. Frank. I have Le Deliric ski on my left arm and Portrait of a Lady on my right, simply because I am sick of portrait comparisons. And yes, they are very different perfumes. They are very different perfumes, but you can't deny the rose at the top smells like Portrait of a Lady. During naturally don't feel bad, love food. My scent memories on holiday with Cree Pure White are ace. Jura's eating a chicken. Definitely getting Biarritz now, says Frank. That's fantastic. Do you have a choice from Bubbles to something else? No. Bob, I expect an unboxing from you of LDE, says Michael. Yeah, I'm expecting one of those as well. Frank, I like Edinburgh. I'm eating bacon, eggs, and oatmeal. What, all on the same plate? Jesus. Frank. I didn't know you were that like... I didn't know you were that sort of... I don't know. Like, experimental. It's kind of unusual to put those three things together, but there we are. I'm wanting him to have flying ducks across the screen. That'd be cute. That would be cute. I agree. Good evening. Good evening, Manly Sense. Welcome. How are you? Jura, wife was being mean when I passed the fragrances section. I didn't get to try much. Damn wife. I had a croissant for breakfast, noodles for lunch, and now chicken for dinner. Duck, says Peter. The portrait comparison goes away after 1 week, but it exists initially. First impressions almost always change. Like Le Leon smells of Shalimar, Coromandel, then later the comparison disappears. Frank, my condolences, says Jura. I meant hi. Hi, Manly. Bobby, I got it in the first blast. Geraniol and patchouli, then gone. Different. Damn it, USPS playing with my bottle. Imagine if you just walked down the street and like the postman was just like flipping your bottle. It's that high quality rose, says Bob. I know nothing of this stick of butter. Last Tango in Paris. Check it out. There's a scene in it in which he fucking gets a stick of butter up a woman, up a girl, a young girl. And that scene is not fake. He gets a stick of butter and he penetrates the girl with it. And it's real and it fucked her up. And Marlon Brando and the director conspired together and said, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it and we're going to do it properly and we're not going to tell her so we get a real reaction out of her. And that, in that film, is what you are seeing. You are seeing the rape of that young girl by Marlon Brando conspiring with the director to do it. And it's fucking outrageous. The actress in The Shining 2 absolutely terrorized on set. Yes. Fucking you can see it on her as well. Poor cow. You're a matter of fact, the bell rang this morning. I thought it was my bottle yelled for my wife to answer the door, and it was the freaking Ottoman chair she ordered. God damn it. It would have been all right if it was the Ottoman Empire that she ordered. You know, if she'd ordered a bottle of Ottoman Empire, you'd have been sound. Not on the same plate, says Frank. Oh, thank God. Same with Noir to Noir, says Micah, but they go in opposite directions quickly. She's asleep now. I'll have to work tonight, says Frank. Steph says, Mitch, now that I letting the Listerine Heritage dry down, I feel like I wasted my money on the vintage. It smells really similar. Stick with them. Stick with them. Keep trying them. Did she sue them? No, she was traumatized, and it was 50 years ago, and she probably wouldn't have got anywhere with a lawsuit anyway. So, and she was a nobody, and he was Marlon Brando, and the director was a big famous director. You can Google it and read about it. It's awful. No, I definitely don't want to see it. No, nope. Last Tango in Paris. Yeah, it was 50 years ago exactly. Bertolucci. Maria Schneider is what she was called. Bernardo Bertolucci. If you literally Google Last Tango in Paris rape, you will see it will come up for you. And it was Bernardo Bertolucci who admitted that that's what happened. Shot the scene without her consent, and it physically happened to her. Scandalous. I don't know if this stream might get taken down for that. I mean, that's just how it is anyway. I'd rather tell the truth than fucking... What am I doing? Sorry, I've lost the chat. I'm off to restart this shit. Okay. What are we looking at here? I need to put 101.69 and then I need to go to duck, quack. No, where are we? She should have sued, but at the same time, she never stood a chance, the poor cut. George Foreman Grill is getting sued for 70s right now. How can a grill do something so heinous as beyond me? Yeah, you can't use the R word. Well, I have used the R word, and that's just how it is, I'm afraid. Truth hurts. It's like people say that I saw something the other day. It was like the article was like, oh, how can you not love Mike Tyson? And it's like, well, Mike Tyson, He was convicted of that. Not only did he actually do it, he was convicted of it. What do you want us to say? That's how I can't love him. Even money odds for one more LDA real time. Patience is a virtue, they say, says Frank. Spy and Mash says, worst invention ever, the George Foreman grill. Gets rid of all the fat and your steak ends up being tough and tasteless. Jura says, Frank, late reply was getting my chicken. Yes, I would look into it if I were you. Frank says he hired his wife, didn't he? I don't know if she was his wife or whether it was his girlfriend. Or something like that. Spy and Mosh, to be fair, George is tough and tasteless. It's sad that people have heroes, says James. It's a human thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? We've all had them. It's about which heroes you pick. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I am a thirsty, thirsty monster. Monster quacks. Excuse me. I may have hydrated a little bit too much there. I think somewhere nearly went on my nose. Floral says, I've got matcha latte. Outrageous. Foreman can whack, though. Tyson tried to get back with his ex-wife and saw her dating Brad Pitt. Lamau. Yikes. Drink of the now, says Frank. Tepid tap water. I've got some bottled water. Michael says the only heroes I acknowledge are in the healthcare system and firemen. Police too. Spaced Out says I want the full screen bubble experience. Sorry, Matt. I was going to restart the stream, but at the end of the day I couldn't be bothered. So just this once, you'll have to forgive us. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Did you ever get Fiji water, Rich, like I told you? No. No. Can I actually get Fiji water? Give us a second, Ramsey, mate. Let's have a look. Fiji water. Fiji water UK. Outrageous. I can get it at you can get it at Waitrose. Jesus. You can pay £23 for it. Oh no, sorry, that's 12 litres. Fiji water is not cheap though. Good Lord. They want like £2 a litre for it? Is it actually from Fiji? Jesus. You can get it in Tesco, to be fair. At least I know it is available. I don't really shop at Tesco. Someone that I know doesn't somebody I know that I don't like works there. So stay away. Frank says, yes, this partial bubble screen ain't it. Well, it's too late now, gentlemen. Sorry about that. Just Knight says, actually, look into the Mike Tyson thing. That girl's own family admitted that she made up a previous allegation, and she even herself admitted years before she'd lied about her boyfriend doing it too. But did she lie about it when Mike Tyson did it? What's that water brand in the glass bottle? Norwegian, I think. Voss. Yeah, it's fucking that dear as fuck as well. Either I buy Fiji water or Chanel Biarritz. Choices, says Frank. Oof. Lazy preparation and presentation, Rich. Tut tut. That's right. It was just literally, I just pressed go live like a split second before I realized I hadn't put screen rotate on. Nightmare. Ramsey, check your Abstray's arrival time. Seems they're all ahead of schedule. Yeah, it should be coming today, Ramsey. I don't know, actually. Ramsey lives at the bottom of the continent, doesn't he? Spaced Out says, I tried Bois d'Azil sample yesterday and I do not enjoy it that much. Too powdery for me. Powdery, you say? 31 Rue Cambon is nice. Has a slightly dirty, sweaty aspect. You think Bois d'Azil's too powdery, but you like Rue Cambon. Lord. Peter has copied and pasted from a sustainable aquifer in Fiji to more than 60 countries across the globe. Fiji Water has been bringing Earth's finest water to the world since 1996. Micah says, I like Volvic when I'm in Europe. Yeah, I don't like Evian. It makes us feel sick. There's too much. Like, I can't drink San Pellegrino anymore. Seriously, it's far too salty. Far too salty. It's like drinking fucking salt water. Makes us vomit. Mitch's Armoire is my hero. It's pretty heroic, to be fair, though. You know? But it's true, a lot of Hollywood actors get away with it. Yeah, it's scandalous. I'm going to get more Tsar, says Justin Height. I've got some Tsar. Jura says, an islander drink Ballygowan. Phil says, sounds like maybe Eugene had everything strategically delivered during Rich's stream. Yeah, I never thought of it like that. I drink Brita. Brita filtered. Anybody see that video of the farmer going up to the oil executives who had been fracking near his land in America? And the farmer was like, the farmer said, oh, like before you started fracking here, you said you would drink the groundwater at any point. And he brought in a bottle of the groundwater and it was fucking grim. It was like this gray, green, brown foulness. And he poured a glass of them and he was like, go on, drink it. And the blokes were like, no, sorry, I'm not going to drink it. And he was like, no, of course you're not, because it's fucking lethal. It was scandalous. Fucking executives and that fucking bullshit. Bloke literally came in a pair of dungarees, though. Might as well have been carrying a pitchfork. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, a package just came, not LDA. Would be nice to have it during the live stream, says Frank. God damn it. Too many plastic bottles and caps in the oven, says Michael. Anyone tried Yataghan? Yes, I've got a vintage. I've got a vintage Yataghan. Very nice, green, spicy. Just keep spamming the chat, Frank. We will not worry. It's the bottom until you get yours. I've got to make it over that wall, Bobby O. Tough. Says Spy and Mash. Mitch, you enjoy any beers? Madry. I actually quite like Madry. I like, oh, I can't believe I'm about to say this. The one from Denmark, they hate to see it leave. Which one is it? I can't remember. Christ. Not Heineken. It's not Carlin. Carlsberg. Carlsberg Export. Carlsberg Export's actually really nice. I always thought, anyway. But I don't drink. Like, I rarely drink. That's not true. It's not that I don't drink. It's just I never sit down and think to myself, I'm gonna have a couple of beers. I enjoy the ability to literally walk out the front door and get in my car at any moment. You know, when I live on top of a hill as well, and I've got like my back's not in a great place, so I can't walk anywhere. I can't walk anywhere, so I've got to be able to use the car. You know what I mean? But yeah, there is a few that I'll drink, yeah. I drank something the other day called Stara Proman. honestly, every time I took a swig of it, right, it hit my stomach with a thud, right? It was like, boom, so heavy. It was so dense. I was like, fuck. I felt like I'd had like a 3-course meal after I had a pint. The lass was like, oh, do you want another one? I was like, mate, I'm not sure I could. She was like, oh, man, you're a big lad. I was like, honestly, I'm absolutely stuffed. And she was like, it is heavy, to be fair. I was like, and I'm a fair weather drinker, me. Absolute amateur. Egoist has a sweaty aspect to me, like a natural man odor that would trigger a girl, says Bob. An Open Secret is a shocking documentary, says A to Z. Flight and Gravity says, La Dialectic Skis is becoming animalically delicious as it dries down. Egoist is Big Ambrette. 31 Rue Cambon is my favourite Les Exclusive. Exclusive? Along with Quia de Russie. I really like Sycamore, but I'm not buying the EDP, sorry. Texas Border, says Bob. Bobby, is your delivery still expected on Thursday? No, it's coming today, like the 5 other gents that just got them during the stream, says Bob. That's right. Vardeep says, 31 Rue Cambon, the sweaty supermodel perfume. Quite nice. I've got well water here in Oregon. It's great. Carlsberg is indeed nice, says Stephen. For some reason, popular in Asia. Spaced Out says, I think 31 Rue Cambon has a similar dry down to Le Leon, sort of. It could be the woods and the slightly sharp patchouli. They are all meant to be part of the same line. Like, so they should have something in common all the way through, you know? In the UK, I like those ales you get with the dodgy names. Bishop's Finger, Roaring Meg, Prince Andrew. That's a dodgy name. Not for me. I don't like home brews and all of that sort of thing, and like the old speckled hen and the old git. You know what I mean? Strange names. I like the names, but I don't like the drinks. Frank says we don't get Carlsberg stateside. You know, you're stuck with fucking piss water. Budweiser, as it's commonly known. Awful drink. Jesus. Headache in a bottle. They should invent a soda stream beer. Hey, Stephen, you're onto something there, mate. You make a fortune. Well, Stefan, I beg your pardon, sorry. You're onto something there. Honestly, mate, you'll make a fortune, like. Huge gap in the market. I like drinking a piece of bread, like a really heavy, dense piece of bread, though, you know, like malty bread. Belgian and Czech beers are best. Yes, you can't argue with that. That's hard to argue with. The thing is, in Belgium, they've been making beer fucking possibly always. I'm an IPA convert. Beer bloats me bad, though, says Frank. I'm not a fan of cocktails, although I like a Negroni. That's true. You drank one of those when we were in Manchester, didn't you? I like a pint of bitter, too. Red wine, whiskey, cognac. So you do actually like a drink, then. Hello, Living with Ghosts. How are you? Are you actually living with ghosts? Woo. Spooky. Where am I? I don't drink, but I do remember a lot of them from working at the off license. I remember one called Hobgoblin because of the crazy label. Belgians are always great, says Frank. All sisters like cocktails, Jura, but drink rarely, says Jura. Oregon is big for having microbreweries. Yeah, it's a big thing over here at the minute. Justin Height says, hey guys, I'm thinking I'm going to call that perfume store and see how many bottles of Czar they have left. I should have got the 100ml instead of the 30ml. Jesus, Justin, going ham. The alcoholics would come in and buy super tenants, says Pierre. Hello, H2O. Small world, says Living with Ghosts. Love a Negroni, says Spy and Mash. Campari and orange juice is a good refresher. Hi, James. I'm in Tig Valley, Oregon. Where are you located? Stefan says, my favorite cocktail is espresso martini, lol. I like Old Speckled Hen. Well, I'm not a massive beer fan. I was never a beer fan. I used to drink vodka. I used to drink vodka straight, like when I was 15. Like, there are many witnesses to this as well. That I just used to get half a litre of vodka on a Friday night when I was down the park with my mates. Oh, and that's what I would drink. Living with Ghosts says, thanks to Bob, I'm a queer Canage owner and as happy as can be. I know I'm late to the party on that one. Well, better late than never. I suppose, right, if you're a vintage collector, is that just not being late to the party? If you collect vintages? Am I late to the party on all of my fragrances? I'm happy with that, to be honest. Better late than never. Some people never come round to it. Manly Sense says, today I sprayed Zeno, Heritage, and Beau de Jour, all current formulations, and I decided I don't really like any of them. Oh. Not a patchouli fan. I imagine patchouli's quite tough to pull off in Malta. That said, the Italians love the patchouli. And frankly, I think they do patchouli better than anyone, but there we are. Michael, I'm right behind you, says James. Spaced out, Mr. Hype, good to see you. Anyone tried Rouge Hermes? Yes. Or have I? No, sorry, I've just got Parfum de Hermes. Michael, watch out, James is right behind you, says Jura. I thought I felt something, says Michael. Giggity. Michael, I'm in Grant Pass. Lucky Grant. Frank says USA gets great beer. Most European beers are available. Great local brew culture too. That Budweiser stuff is junk. It's absolutely fucking shocking. Blame the Germans for that one. I sound like an alcoholic, says Jura. I only drink here and there socially, but not often. I love Blue Moon, says Stefan, Fanta for grown-ups. There is no space to keep the new Dior Privé at the boutique. Too many. That's right, Pradeep. There's so many of them. It's ridiculous. He needs to cut that line. He needs to at least decimate them, take 1 and 10 out. He needs to probably remove about half of them, if not more. Probably strip it right back to about 6 and then rebuild from there. J2O, the kids drink at a pub. I only drink socially, says Horror Nuts. But even then, rarely. Went on a small holiday 2 weeks about and went to the Absinthe Bar. The West Coast is full of Groot Brew, says Frank. Michael, are you on Instagram? No, just Facebook, says Michael. Root beer? What is that? I am confusion. Explain, Americans, explain. It is beer from the root. Van Gogh cut his ear because he drank too much absinthe. That'll do it, like. We have ginger beer too, Jura. No alcohol, lol. Sassafras root. Perhaps it was medicine originally. Yeah, loads of like the alcohols and stuff were medicines originally, weren't they? It's I beg your pardon. My ears are still intact, Spy and Mash, says Floral Note. Just. Damn, well, I'll let you know if I ever come up your way and do the same if you ever come down here, says James. Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla's good for horses, isn't it? Or is that burdock? It's burdock. I had a mocktail that tastes like a Perfume raspberry fizz mocktail. And news, try Irish Moss in Jamaica, real moss. The Green Fairy. He's on the beer run over there. There's actually what they're doing, says Interference. For every new Privé release, they discontinue one and make them only available at the French boutique. The thing is that the boutique, like at the local Harrods that's opened, like the H Butte thing that's there. Honestly, there's got to be about 25, 30. Spy Mass says Coke had cocaine and originally, yeah, it did, yeah. The old things that they used to give babies to stop them crying at night and for teething problems had all sorts in. Had cannabis indica, opium, cocaine, whiskey, laudanum, madness. It's no wonder there was a high infant mortality rate. Frank says this should bring back original Coke. Not sure about that, like. Michael, it's where everyone goes to show off bottles that they've paid too much for, says James. So if I get Paco Rabanne Phantom, it'll be vintage someday. Everything will be vintage someday, mate. Is that what you really want? Rich prefers lemonade. He does not. I must go to the bathroom again. Sorry, friends. Oh! Ah! Fucking spine. Jesus. Oh, almighty. Jesus. Ow. Oh, I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to end up going back to the doctor this week. My back has been a mess the last couple of weeks. Oh, I do not recommend it. It's not just me back, it's me hip as well. So it's like every time I stand up and sit down. Oh, I think I need something called an arthroscopy, which is where they go in through a keyhole surgery thing and they shave bits of bone away, like if someone's like where it shouldn't be, or like they want to get rid of some bone. I think I need one of those. I say I think I need one of those. I definitely need one of those. It's just when I can get it. Like, anyhow, I had to remove one of Jura Rose's rude comments. It simply had lemons. Even the mention of lemons sets off the bladder. That's right. Gives us funny feelings. Oh, Dior on Parfum yesterday, says Frank. Lasts forever and a day. Too much. I sold mine. Couldn't hack it. Didn't like it. I preferred Dior Homme Intense, which I rarely wear. That Bob reminded us of that I rarely wear. Manly Sense says 30 years from now, vintage fans will be discussing unicorns like Antonio Banderas' Blue Seduction. It's the type of thing I can totally believe it. I can totally believe it. It's exactly the type of thing that would happen. Michael, what is your name on Insta? Says Jura. Excuse me. I always rated Pepsi more than Coca-Cola, maybe because PepsiCo had Lay's too, says Adam. Banderas must be a frag head. He has got some fragrances out, hasn't he? Like Sarah Jessica Parker gave Richie Jamie stash the other day. I don't own stash anymore. I wasn't wearing it, and he does wear it, and he really likes it, and the prices have started going up, would you believe? Do you know there's flankers? There's a fucking stash privé. There's a fucking stash privé. Outrageous. When I used to go holidaying in Greek, the hoteliers would give you a free bottle of ouzo when departed because they hated it themselves. Not even the Greeks. Actually, yes, that's right. It's because I can't wait to get. It's like the opposite of Carlsberg, isn't it? It's like the Greeks can't wait to see it leave. It's fucking rotten. It's good for starting fires, though. Huge sweetness from the delicious pear, says Bob. Pepsi goes down cleaner. Coke has a film in the back of my mouth afterwards. You see, Coca-Cola is like a syrup. Like, it's gross. Like, Pepsi Max is okay. It's more tasteful. It tastes nicer. I'm sorry, Mitch. It's okay. I'll feel better afterwards. I'm sure I will. It's hard to imagine us feeling any worse, to be fair, so this is just life. The worst part about it is I would have to stop taking my medications before the procedure, which means I'll feel like shit. But once the procedure's over, I'll be fine. Well, I'll be better anyway. But I need to go and see the doctor anyway. I've been taking codeine for a few days, and I feel like I don't know if you've ever taken opioids, but it kind of makes you feel as though you're walking through wet mud, like lifting your legs up to put one foot in front of the other. It's just feels like harder, like there's weight, you know. Your mind feels like doped. I don't like that feeling. It was one of the best things. Excuse me. One of the best things that ever happened was when I'd been taking morphine and codeine for years, and I had this operation to like destroy some nerves that were offending. They were like sending signals to my brain saying, this hurts. And all they were doing is that they were just saying, look, this is pain. And so the doctor was like, look, we'll burn these and you'll feel better. And we already know we already know why they're telling us this. And these nerves only serve to tell you that there is pain there. So if we destroy them, You won't be in pain anymore. You'll be able to do physio. You'll get better. And so I had this operation, right? And the doctor was like, right, so you've been on opioids for a while. Whether you know it or not, you've probably built up like a tolerance. And like, he was like, you're not addicted because you take them for pain, but he was like, you'll just like slowly come off them. And I thought to myself, fuck that. Because if I don't need to take them anymore, I'm dropping them like a fucking stone. I did, stopped like that. And I felt ill for a couple of days, felt like I had a cold for a couple of days, right? And then that was it. I was fine. And the doctor was just absolutely shook. The doctor was like, what the hell? He was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, it was easy as pie. I was like, it was the easiest thing in the world. I couldn't wait to get off them. It was brilliant. And I've had to start taking them again, and I do not like it. So I will be complaining bitterly to the doctor. But I take gabapentin all the time as well because I've got permanent sciatica. I don't recommend that to you either. The thing is that they can't destroy your sciatic nerve because it serves your entire leg. You know what I mean? These little nerves that they burned that day, they were just tiny little nerves. This is a big nerve. Jura Rose is going to bed, is he? Good night, Jura Rose. Sleep tight. Fragmental prefers Roger Enigma. Expensive drink, that. Oof. I haven't watched any Fragmental stuff for a long time. He used to really like Un Bois-Venu. We're bonded over Un Bois-Venu. I remember that. And I remember when the guy from New York passed away. Oh, God, what was his name? Sorry. It wasn't Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. It was before Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. And I remember when that guy passed away, and it really affected him. Oh, dear. It wasn't Carlos, Micah. It was somebody else. It was a younger lad. He didn't have a very big channel. It was only Mr. Siage Chris. Yes, that's right. Well done, Lily. That's right. Bless him. It wasn't nice. He was only young. There's been a few people. I remember when my Micah's died. My Micah's Carlos, Mr. Siage. There was a guy from Brazil who passed away. Yikes. It was sad, that. It was sad. We have lost a lot of people along the way. Hated opioids, says Micah. Yeah, they're awful. Like, codeine is... I mean, it's helped. Don't get us wrong. It's massively helped. And I don't just want to be in pain. And it always works better when you take it with paracetamol as well. If you take paracetamol and codeine, they don't contraindicate, so it's not dangerous. But the pain, the pain is the pain killing effect is greater. Sleep well, Rudy. It's due. Stay away from the devil, aka opioids. Yeah, they're awful. Don't like painkillers, says Michael. Just don't like feeling out of control. It's just a little feel good for me, please. Yeah. Ducks don't do cold turkey. This one did. Easy as pie as well, with the greatest of ease. I'm not just showing off. I'm not trying to show off. But I can't tell you how much I wanted to be off that shit. And I just was. And it was easy. It felt like I had a cold for a few days. I had to be in bed anyway, so I couldn't feel my left leg. The local anesthetic leaked. He put a little bit too much in, and it leaked, and I couldn't feel my left leg for about fucking 8 to 12 hours. The guy in the taxi who brought us home, it was like a medical taxi thing. He used to be a bodybuilder. Fortunately, used to be a bodybuilder because I'm a big lad. And he was like, mate, I'll carry you up the stairs. Like, mate, you can't carry us up the stairs. I was like, he was like, I can't, man, watch. And he did. He literally helped us, like basically carried us up the stairs. I was like, fucking hell. And he was showing us pictures. He was like, oh yeah. He was like, I used to be like a fucking bodybuilder, and he was massive. And he was still strong. You know how some people are like, some people are big, but they're not strong. This guy was big and strong. And he basically just picked me up. I was the best part of fucking, what, 18 stone at the time? Huge. Huge. And he just fucking helped us up the stairs. It was amazing. Frank says tapering dose is usually necessary. I didn't want to, mate. Honestly, I didn't. I just wanted it off. Just get away from us. Horrible. I'd been on it for ages. It was just oromorph as well, you know. It was like the medical morphine. It wasn't like heroin or fucking fentanyl or anything like that. We don't do fentanyl. I don't think we do fentanyl in this country. Easier to like Rogers when you ain't paying for them, says Manly Sense. Yep. It's easier to like anything when you get it for free, isn't it? You know? Mr. Siage, Chris. Yes, it was Mr. Siage. I was recently watching old Street Sense videos. The meetups with all the frag heads was just having a nice time. Yeah. Yeah. I would like to go back to those days when we could all just be friends and we all weren't being bastards to each other. I include myself in that. And we weren't all trying to score points or compete with each other. And we could just be mates. And we weren't trying to be passive aggressive or just outright aggressive. Yeah. Just I don't know. Oh dear. What time are we on? We're getting close to the end, friends. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. Oh, shit. I just have massive thumbs and I can't be trusted with my own fucking... There it is. That's better. Back when Creed Myth was real to the New York YouTubers. Yes, Frank, that's right. Spaced Out says, I also believed it when I first got into fragrances. It was nice smelling Millicent Imperial for the first time. Still brings great memories. It blew me away. Yeah. Manly Sense says, I think the biggest shift in Fragcom happened when Jeremy used GoFundMe to go buy a Ferrari. Yeah, I think that was when people first realized what was going on and how shit like that was going on. When people realized how much money they could make or could be made, you know, I think the shift was when he started and he gamed the system. You know, he knew how to play. He knew how to play it. He knew what he was doing. And did it. And it's a shame, really, the lasting impact that that's had. Would it have happened anyway without him? Probably. Probably, let's be honest. You know? It's very easy to lay all the blame at Jeremy's door. He's like the pantomime villain. I don't know why I don't like calling him Jeremy. I call him by his name, Daniel. Very easy to lay all the blame at his door, isn't it? He's the bogeyman, he's the devil, he's this, he's that. It's never like that. Everybody's got to take their own personal responsibility for how this shit has come to where we are now. You know? The best thing you can do is look after yourself, be yourself, do what you need to do, and do what you think is right. You know? I'm sitting here, I've got a link at the top of this page saying if you'd like to help us improve. And I've got to be honest, I'm going to do a video explaining why I've done this, set up this coffee page. I've already bought a microphone and I've already bought a ring light. I don't know if you've noticed in the last couple of videos I've done. But the contributions, the donations, if you like, however you want to call it, the payments from you and people who aren't here in the chat have allowed me to do that. And I need to say thank you, and I'll be doing that in a video. I'm at a stage now where I need to decide if I want to buy either a new phone with a better camera or buy a laptop and get like a proper webcam with like 1080p or something like that. Excuse me. So if anybody's got any advice on how to improve the picture quality, let me know. I would very much appreciate it. Because I'm not just looking for money. I would like advice as well if anybody knows anything about, like, I don't know that I'll ever get into editing, you know, because I like doing the one take. It's much easier. It's much simpler. And I will not spend the money on anything that isn't what I've already stated. You know, in fact, once I've got the money that I need from that, I'll probably close it. It's because I can't monetize the channel. And frankly, I'll tell you something else as well. With adverts, you don't get a choice. Like, there are adverts that come on now. Obviously, you can skip them and stuff like that, but some adverts you can't skip. And also, it always pisses me off when adverts pop up in the middle of a video. It just does. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's a fragrance thing or a documentary or a fucking music video, because some fucking music videos have adverts in the middle of them, which is fucking insanity, right? But I would prefer that you had the choice whether you donate to that coffee link or not, right? I appreciate every single fucking penny that anybody gives, right? But I also don't want people to feel like, I don't want people to be like forced into it the same way I think adverts are. I really don't like adverts that properly like fuck with the properly fuck with the fucking feng shui of a video. Do you know what I mean? It's just a personal bugbear. I don't know why. I don't want to get too passionate about it, which I have just done. But you know what I mean. I'm watching an item that's got 10 minutes left, lads and lasses. And I want it. Do I not? How's the auction looking, mate? It's getting close, mate. I'm going to log off this in a couple of minutes and I'm going to concentrate on that. Anyway, let's read this. That's pretty much when Fragcom turned into a money game and people started competing and turning into arseholes. Yep, introduce money and people would turn into dickheads. Michael says, that pissed me off when Jeremy did that with all that money. With my money, yeah. Obtaining money by deception, basically. You know, don't lie to people. Just tell them, and if they want to contribute, they will, and if they don't, they don't. You know, I'm not spending thousands on a phone though, because at any moment you could drop the bastard. Right? I'll be getting something reasonably priced. Is Office One similar to Aventus Cologne? Fuck knows. And cocaine. Lots of cocaine, says Frank. No, I'll not be buying that, mate. Imagine if you lost your sense of smell through cocaine. Jesus. Doc should get a private plane to travel and see all of us. Can you imagine? I may just turn up on your door. You'd be like, hello, who are you? And I'd be like, quack. And you'd be like, oh my God. Give me a silver stamp, says Bob. Nope. The difference is, Rich, the money you get will improve the channel, and you're honest. Thank you, Dino. And when he let us know how much his fragrance cost and the markup on it, that was just daft. That was just fucking daft. Don't ever do that. Jesus. I mean, the thing is, it was shit. Fucking fragrance was shit. It was fucking shit. Jesus, no. It was trash. It was pants. It was rubbish. Dino, Chanel or Channel? Phones have excellent cameras nowadays, says Michael. Yeah. Sorry, Chanel. Channel. Do you have an HD digital camera with an HDMI out? Mate, you might as well have said that in Chinese. It's been a long day, mate, says Dino. Abe, hello. Happy Monday to you. Sent the damn taste. Aha. I need to do a vintage unboxing tomorrow. You just reminded us I got a vintage Antaeus. Yes, my iPhone 12 is superb camera. Why says spaced out? I'm not doing Apple either. I don't do Apple. Motherfuckers watching, always watching. I'm not having it. They have through the roof cameras, Michael, 10 times better than my Nikons of the past, says H2O. I watched a new Jeremy vid recently, and by chance, and he's aged. It's how long since I watched, I guess, says Frank. I think it's the old whistle that's put on there, because that ages you as well. You know? Stress too, I suppose. Mitch, I have an iPhone 13 Pro, and it's got better mic quality and a lot of channels output, and they are cheaper now that the 14 is out. James, I appreciate that. I'm not getting an Apple, though. Steve Jobs wants my information from the grave. Shithouse. Must have Chanel on my mind, Bob, says Juno. Get a second-hand iPhone, 12 or 13. I got basically a new one for half the price. Prof Melvin, hi, Rich in chat. Sorry, Professor, I'm leaving in a second. Rich, did you mail out decants of number 2? Not that I'm aware of. Michael says, my door is always open for the duck and my fragrance family. You are too kind. There's 5 minutes left on this auction. I don't know whether I should... I don't know whether I should stay on air. What do you reckon? Excuse me whilst I clear my throat. An average Joe's going to go live in about half an hour. What are your worst surgery tones, Rich? Baptême de Feu, Diamond Blonde, although some people like those. Baptême de Feu, Diamond Blonde. I've got this version of Sa Majesté La Rose, right, from the late 2000s, and it's an oil version, right? Sans alcohol, that's what it's called. It's a sans alcohol version of Sa Majesté La Rose. It's like what you do is you tip it on your finger and you put some on your I don't know if your pulse points or just on your skin generally, but that's how you do it. And it's a fucking awkward one to use. It's not easy to use that. It's a pain in the ass. The scent is fucking sensational. Sa Majesté La Rose is a beautiful, underrated surgery tones. I absolutely love it. I actually had them all out today, and I was looking at them, and I was really struggling what order to put them in, like, for use. I could do a top 10. Do you know I could do a top 15 surgery tones with ease and still have something to spare? I just pick them up. Like, even if, do you know, I've said this before, even if I stopped collecting perfume, I'd probably still collect surgery tones. They're separate from that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Those old surgery tones, I'd still collect those, I think. Feeling Agil's absolutely stunning. Amber Sultan, which I'm wearing today, was and always will be one of my favorite fragrances. Cannot imagine how good that fragrance is. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in bid on this fragrance. I'll tell you what it is when I'm finished. There's only 2.5 minutes left. Ooh! Oh. I'm in a bit of pain, friends. I won't lie. I'm not taking codeine this time of night, though. Oh. Is everybody going, are they? Fosco says Surge may be my favorite brand as well. Do you know what it is? All right. It's weird because it feels. Oh, I can't believe I'm about to fucking utter these words. What a fucking dick. It feels like it's more than a brand to me now. It doesn't actually feel like just perfume. I don't know. I feel like a wanker for saying that. But it's true. It feels like Surgeton like means a little bit more. So yeah. Oh, there's only 1 minute and 9 seconds left, friends. Sorry if I go a little bit quiet. I'm just concentrating. You know? I'm on confirm bid now. When you confirm your bid, it means you're committing to buy this item if you're the winning bidder. Well, yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bidding on it. All right. Sorry, friends. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just counting down the seconds here. Obviously, when it gets down below 10 seconds, I'm obviously going to confirm the bid. You know, maybe it's even to like 5 seconds. Let's see how much these people want it. 8, 7, 6. Another bidder is winning. Well, somebody else got it. The fucking bastards. Well, I bid 136 fucking quid, right? And I didn't win it because somebody else had bid 145. Fair play to them. The bid before that, right? It was sitting on £69, right? And nobody else had bid. So whatever they'd bid up to, all right, it was 145 quid, and I've literally cost them about 60, 70 quid there. Sorry about that. But it was a vintage Timbuktu. It was a vintage Timbuktu. Full, 98% full. And they've bid 145 quid. Absolute bastards. But that is life. There we are. I'll get back to the chat, see what everybody's saying. Sorry about that. That is not the money that's in the coffee, by the way. I wouldn't use that for buying fragrances. I've got the money I'm using for buying fragrances at the minute is the money I have made from selling fragrances on eBay. Let's see what people are saying. Rest if you need to, Rich, go get it. Do you remember when Jezza was caught using other people's video ideas? Yes, the fragrance runner. Till next stream, love to all. See you later, Michael. Ranking my Serge Luton's video. Oof. It just causes pain and heartache. Bob says, I got to sniff that amber salt and compare it to my Mitza. You need to get a vintage one, mate. What's your favourite Amen flanker taste of fragrance? It's fucking brilliant. It's worth anything up to 100 quid. Oh, I found Feeling Agil for a sub 100 in the old bottle, about 90% buyer interference. Serge may be my favourite brand as well, says Fosco. Yeah, he's bidding for the Leon. Micah says lol duck. I've got 3 more Lutons to get before I have all that I want after that backup, says James. Makes sense. Context of time, they shaped the industry, even infiltrated Chanel. Penetrated Chanel, did he? Well, if you look at Christopher Sheldrake in-house perfumer for Serge Luton for 30 years, well, 25, 30 years. Where does he work now? Chanel. Master of ingredients. All those amazing ingredients that Chanel use. It's Christopher Sheldrake, planting fields, you know. Bought it for cheap though. Sold Feeling Agil 100ml for $150. What was I thinking just last year? Oh, the 100ml isn't the same as the 51. Richie Fosco sent me an OG Shergi decant, and so far I cannot tell any difference, but still have to wear the older one. Ryu and Rudy's OG opinions. I prefer the old one. It's much better. They might be here, says Antonio. I wouldn't have thought so. I'm sorry if I've just cost you fucking 70 or 80 quid there, but I really wanted that. My brother has got pure gold coins and silver. He's got 2023 pure silver with the Queen's head on it. I wonder if it'll go up in value in the future. Possibly not, mate. They're bullion coins. They're made to be fucking melted down. They're just worth their weight in gold, literally. Or worth their weight in silver. Well, let that be a lesson to them, says Antonio. Well, they wanted it, you know what I mean? Frank says, the new owner war worthy. Jacob loves it. Not for me. Rare disagreement from me. I prefer the older one, I must admit. Almost says the news. Yeah, I was only about a tenner out. I wasn't. I mean, to be honest with you, 132 quid, that was where I was at. If he'd paid 135, I would have been like, well, fair play to you, but I don't even think I was the second highest bidder. Do you know what I mean? I think somebody else bid 140. I'd be interested to go back and see the bidding history. You know? There's a seller in Australia that listed a vintage Timbuktu on eBay. Ooh, could be Pep. I think Pep's selling off quite a few things, isn't he? I would say Mitz, Amber Assault, and Amber Absolute are not the worst. Are not that similar in the end. Love all three to death. Amber Absolute, right? I've said this before and I stand by it. Like, Amber Absolute smells like tobacco oud without tobacco and without oud. Very strange. Spaced Out says, new Bois d'Argent is thicker and goes straight to the dry down. Wish I had a vintage BDA though. I have got one of those too. Yeah, my brother said it won't change value. Said the same as what you said, Rich. Yeah, they're bullion coins, mate. You could fuck. I mean, unless it's got a mistake printed on it. That's when they're worth a lot of money, you know. But they are bullion coins. That Delphine gel is gorgeous, says Bob. Horny Bob. Michael says, what does that vintage Timbuktu look like then? It's the clear bottle with the gold cap and the blue stripe on. Adam D says, £5 note AA01 going for £100 via eBay. I'm surprised it's not more. AA01. The Queen always gets the first note that's minted and the first coin that's minted, you know. Well, the King now, but it belongs to the state. Like, they don't get it to go in their pocket, you know what I mean? It's like held for the country, but interesting. Phew, I'm fucking glad that that's over now. Sad that it happened, glad that it's over. You know what I mean? Fucking Christ. 11 days. 11 days, and it's all that's been on the TV as well. Cancelling football matches, fucking closing shops, fucking just, wow. Too much. Too much for me. They're not cheap, lol. I'll send you a picture when I next see them, people. Right. I think that's me. I'm done now. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. Shame I didn't get the Timbuktu, but at the same time, I've just saved myself 145 quid there, haven't I? Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. If you would like, Joe Anthony is streaming on the Unaverage Joe channel, so I'll probably be heading over there to watch him. Shout out to Unaverage Joe. Fosco, Latifah is my queen. Cheers, everybody. See you later.